What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so... no, it's not playtime. I gotta film a video for YouTube, okay? I'm so excited because I know this video is going to help a lot of you. I always get this question asked a lot: how to grow the booty and not the thighs. But before we get into today's video, if you guys don't know, I am coming out with a new booty course. It's going to be a 12-week booty course, and I'm so excited. It's going to be tons and tons of videos in there. Make sure you guys sign up for the VIP notification list by clicking here. The link will be here, and also in the description box to be the first to be notified when my booty course comes out, and it's, coming out very soon. So if you have like bigger thighs and you just don't have booty that's proportioned to the rest of your lower body, this video is definitely going to help you. So it's very important to know the difference between compound exercises and isolated exercises. Compound exercises are exercises that work more than one muscle at the same time. For example, squats. It is a great exercise, but it may not be the right exercise when you're trying to build just your booty and not your thighs, because it is a compound exercise and it's going to be working your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes. And your glutes is not the first thing or the main muscle that it's working. Isolated exercise are specific exercises that are targeted for the glute muscles. Well, I definitely recommend to still do some compound exercise because it's great for overall lower body development, for strength, and it also helps with building muscle faster. Just because your lower body is such a big muscle group, you're gonna build more testosterone, and testosterone helps you build muscle. Hence why guys can build muscle a lot bigger and faster than us women, because they have more testosterone than we do. But in this case, we do want to keep the compound exercise a little bit to a minimum and really use those isolated exercises to really maximize our booty gains and not so much our quads and our hamstrings. So before we get into the actual exercises, these exercises can all be done from home. You just need some kind of weight to help add some stress to your booty muscles. So if you do have weights at home, great. If you don't have any weights, pick up anything. Pick up a table, pick up a chair, pick up laundry detergent, pick up, your brother or sister or your puppy. Whatever it is, it's the same thing. It's just not an actual like dumbbell or barbell form. Obviously, those equipment is gonna make things a lot easier, but if you don't have them, don't panic. You can still find things around your house that's gonna help add stress to your muscles. So you can pick any of these 7 exercises that you like, or you can actually do all 7 in your workout. That can be your whole entire lower body workout. I definitely recommend to do lower body every other day. You want to have at least 1 day of rest in between any muscle that you're working, because when your muscles rest, that's when they grow. So I usually do lower body Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 3 days a week. That is really all that you need. For reps and sets, I usually stay anywhere between 6 to 15 reps. The lower the reps, the higher the weight. And even when you go up to, like, let's say 15 reps, you still want to make sure that the weight is relatively heavy, where the last couple of reps, like the last 3 to 5 reps, you really are struggling to get to that last rep, but you can still keep proper form. So that's when you pick the right weight for you. And this goes for any type of rep range that you decide to choose. Make sure that you are struggling within the last 3 to 5 reps, but you can still keep proper form. Proper form is super important. Proper form over everything, okay? Because if you don't do anything with proper form, you're not going to be hitting the right muscles that you want to. So if you are going to be working out, you want to make sure that you are hitting the muscles that you want in order to receive the results that you want. All right, without any further ado, let's get into the actual exercises. Okay, so for the first exercise, we're going to be doing hip thrust. This is a great glute exercise. This is a little bit of a compound exercise because you're going to be working your hamstrings as well, but the glutes is what's most dominant. So since I am working out from home, I don't have super heavy dumbbells or barbells because I work out usually from the gym. So I do have 2 5-pound weights that I'm going to do to demonstrate the exercise. And I'm also going to be using Bella's new booty bands. If you guys don't know, my best friend Bella came out with her own gym equipment line. So I'm going to be using her new booty bands. I love these because these are not like your rubber material, and this is not going to roll up, which is a huge concern for a lot of us. So since this is like a cloth material and it also has some kind of like grip in the inside, it's amazing. So if you guys are interested in getting some booty bands from Bella, I'll put the link in the description as well. Okay, so I put the bands in like the middle of my thighs, and I'm going to put both weights right here on my hip area. So you want to make sure that your shoulder blades are resting on either the bench or a couch, whatever it is that you're using, and make sure that your feet are shoulder width apart and they're facing straight. Another thing is you want to make sure that your core is tight. You want to make sure that your core is engaged, and the way you do that is you kind of like brace it as if someone were about to punch you in the stomach. That's how you want to keep it throughout the whole time. And you can still breathe. So it takes a little bit of practice, but I know you guys can do it. So you want to make sure you have that full range of motion. So come up, squeeze. You see how my stomach is flat right here? Squeezing, you see like that muscle activation right here. So I know you can see it on the camera because I'm squeezing my glutes. When you come down, make sure you come down barely touching the floor so you can really get that stretch in your glute muscles. Come back up, squeeze again. And the resistant band is going to want to try to close your legs, and that's what's going to be working your side glute as well, because you have to try to keep them shoulder width apart. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so for this next exercise, there's going to be one leg glute bridge. So it's going to be very similar to the hip thrust, but we're going to have our backs on the floor, not on the bench. And it's going to be with one leg. So we're really going to isolate that one leg and isolate that one glute. So make sure that they're both even and growing simultaneously. So I'm going to keep the resistant bands around my thighs for this exercise as well to add more resistance. You can add weight if you like to, but I'm just going to show and demonstrate this exercise with no weights because you can also do this with just your own body weight. So this is going to be your first position. You want to make sure that it's a little bit kind of like a 90-degree angle here, and you're just going to put your leg up. You can have it straight, you can just have it like this, whatever it is that makes it more comfortable for you. And again, you want to make sure that your core is working, it's also tight, and we're just gonna thrust all the way up as high as we can, squeeze our glutes, okay? Just like this. You want to barely tap the floor. We're not resting. Really squeeze the glutes. Alright, so for this next exercise is going to be another variation of like a hip thrust. It's called the frog hip thrust. So I'm going to be keeping the bands around my thighs as well, and I'm going to add some weight to this. So you want to make sure that your feet, this is going to be like your position right here. So this is a great exercise to do at home because you don't have to worry about the weird looks. But if you're brave enough to do it at the gym, I commend you. So this is the position you're going to be. Make sure that your feet are together like this, and you're gonna have like that V-shaped angle, okay? So I'm gonna do it this way because I don't want to show my JJ. So we're gonna get our backs on the floor. Make sure you don't have this arch right here. Make sure that your back is flat, okay? I'm going to add my weight to this, just like that, and we're going to pump up, squeeze the glutes, come back down. Make sure your abs are engaged as well. And of course, the resistant band is going to try to put your legs together, but you have to fight against it. Keep them open and pump up. Alright, so for this next one, we're going to be doing standing side kicks. You can also do this with a cable machine if you are at the gym. But for here, I'm just going to be using my resistant bands, or you can also hold a dumbbell or a weight on the side of you to add more resistance. So what you want to do is make sure that, let's say we're working this leg first, make sure that the leg that's on the floor, you're going to shift your weight towards that leg. So this leg is only going to get that resistance from the resistant bands or the cable. Make sure you're holding on to the wall or whatever it is that you have in front of you, and just come up, come down slowly. You want to make sure you're working the negative as well. And you don't want your feet to be turned out. Make it sure that you turn in as far as possible to be working that side glute. So come up slowly, just like that. I'm already shaking. Whew. You're probably gonna feel the burn on both glutes as well. So this next exercise is standing kickbacks. Again, if you have a cable machine, if you're at the gym, you can use a cable doing this exercise. If not, some resistant bands. I'm not sure you can, you probably can't use a dumbbell barbell, but resistant bands is great, or ankle weights as well. So same thing here, you want to make sure that the leg that's on the floor is not being worked. You're going to shift your weight towards that. So the other leg is kind of like skimming the floor, not really touching the floor. Make sure you're holding on to the wall or some kind of equipment, whatever it is. And you want to bend your knee just a little bit and kick back. Hopefully I don't kick the mirror. So kick back, squeeze that glute, and shift your upper body just a little bit over so you're really just concentrating on that glute. And make sure that this leg is also having a little bend on the knee. Squeeze up. It's kind of like doing like a semicircle with the working leg. Squeeze that glute. Alright, so this next exercise is going to be a bench glute leg lift. So obviously we're working from home, I don't have an actual bench. So I took this stool. If you have any type of stool or anything that you can like bend over to, this would work great. So again, I'm going to be using Bella bands for this exercise. So you want to kind of get over and make sure that like this part right here, this part right here is at the end of your bench. Hopefully I don't fall over. So just like that. So I'm going to be holding on either to the floor or onto here. And what you want to do is you want to get into kind of like that frog position that we did on the last exercise. So we're going to put our feet together just like that, and we're going to hold on to something. I'm going to hold on to the bottom. Okay, so put your feet together and we're going to just come all the way up just like that. Squeeze that glute. Just like that. Come up as high as you can, slow and controlled. This is not a race. Last exercise is going to be bench abduction. So we're really going to be working our side glutes. Again, I'm using the resistant bands. We're going to get back into that position just like that. Hold on to something. What we're going to do is we're just going to come out sideways just like that. Make sure you have a little bit of a hold on top. Like 1, 2, come back down slowly. 1, 2, come back slowly. This is kind of like, it's the same thing as like abduction machine, or kind of like a peeing dog. Like that. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it and learned a thing or two. I really enjoyed using these Bella bands. So if you guys are interested in getting some really good bands that's going to add resistance to your booty workouts and it's not going to roll up on you, I highly recommend for you guys to check them out. I'll put them in the description as well. And let me know in the comments below if you guys tried these exercises and how have they worked out for you. So I'm really excited to hear from you guys. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you guys haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.